Yeah.
What it do, what it was, y'all live, back at it again in the Thunderdome. What's the My Guys podcast? You live with your boy, PJ P-Wave Alfred here with my guy.
None other than that boy, Jay Willie. Too silly, man. Welcome back to the show, man. It's another week of great NFL news.
Indeed.
Let's get into it when you ready.
My bad, my boy. So on today's docket, we got the Week 11 rapid recap where we just go over the games very quickly, what happened. Of course, it wouldn't be the My Guys podcast if we didn't bring y'all Leroy Jenkins, Himothy, of course, winners, and why you gotta do me like that?
Yeah.
The people that let us down. Indeed. But before we rock off into that, here on the My Guys podcast, we just like we kind of stated, we talk fantasy football, anything trending in pop culture, anything we feel like talking about for the most part, but at least during the fall and winter seasons, we are talking fantasy football, NFL. How was your week? How's the recovery coming along?
You know, from my backiotomy?
Indeed.
The recovery's been good, man. I'm feeling good. Went to the doctor the other day.
That's what I'm talking about.
He basically told me I can move and live my life. I still can't lift anything heavy for about 2 more weeks.
Okay.
But I'm feeling good, man.
Hey.
I took a lap around the neighborhood today.
Baby steps. Nice little power walk.
Your boy get right, man.
Got a little power
I'll
walk.
be back in the gym in about a month, so.
You have a little moral flexibility, you'd say?
Yeah. I see what you did there. Nice one.
Hey,
yeah. But, I mean, I'm happy to be back, man. It's been amazing. It's been a tough go, but it's been amazing to feel better after the surgery and everything. So
God is good.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
God is good.
Glad you are
all
recovering.
the time.
I'm digging. I can dig it.
Yes, sir. How about yourself? How your week been?
I mean, bro, the same. You know me, work. I actually had a little double date kind of with my daughter, one of her friends from school, and her dad.
Whoa.
Just a
play date.
Yeah, a little introduction type of dude.
Cool.
He cool as hell. Watch anime, sports. Cool dude, about our age. Went to Chili's.
Impressive.
Yeah. Went to Chili's.
Yeah.
What did I get at Chili's?
Did you get those new Wicked drinks?
No.
It's been like a trend on social media.
Wicked drinks?
Yeah, they have some new Chili's drinks there. 2 people are drinking them, and then next thing you know, they're laying on the ground outside of a Chili's. It's kind of funny.
Okay. No, I didn't get that one. I just got a burger, a little triple dipper. You know, nothing crazy.
Oh yeah, triple dipper. You can't miss.
Yeah.
Can't miss with that one.
But did it for baby girls, wanted to meet. But like I said, it worked out. So that's the one good thing. It ended up
That's
working
dope.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little daddy daughter.
No, might see him. I don't think he played 2K. I can't remember what game. Might see him on Call of Duty or something like that if we were young. But it worked out.
That's what most of the swoops play.
Call of Duty. Have you tested out Black Ops 7 yet?
Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit actually.
Okay.
You know, it's free for the Game Pass, so you know.
I did download it. I did put it on there. Did you put it on yours?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
You know, Call of Duty's kind of nostalgic for us old heads. We've been playing it since the 2000s, early 2000s.
You got a favorite Call of Duty?
Some of y'all been born that time, huh?
You got a favorite Call of Duty?
I would not say I have one.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying
Modern Warfare, the first one.
Modern Warfare 3.
What's tough?
Modern Warfare 3. And Black Ops.
Like
was it Black Ops 2? Black Ops 2?
You talking about the one where you was like jumping around and flying?
No, hell no, no mix. I didn't like no. The one where they had like the money game on there. Heist was a mode on there. I don't know if it was Black Ops 2. But that one was tough too. But
yeah,
Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty 4.
Modern Warfare 3 was crazy.
Modern Warfare 3. That's what I was like.
Warfare 2 was good too.
2 was good too, but then 3 was super tough.
Step ahead.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
also, if y'all missed us on Sunday, we did a little TikTok, man. It was super fun.
I thought it went well.
Some people pulled up. We had a nice little, back and forth. It was fun, man.
I enjoyed it too. It was live.
And our picks went crazy too.
I did. I liked it. Indeed. Yeah, we actually gave good picks. Yep. Check them out, hit. So make sure we'll be doing the same thing this Sunday.
Yes.
It's going to be a new trend moving forward. Every Sunday we'll have the game picks and
that's the TikTok.
Indeed. Game picks. Check them out, players. Doing a little bit later. That way we get all the injury news, all the updates right before kickoff. But for today's show, at the end we'll do Thursday night. But I think we should just get it popping with the
Why you gotta do me like that? We gonna jump into that. Why you gotta do me like that, guys? We have a few players that did you like that.
Unfortunately.
Let me get some of my notes here in a segundo. But I know for sure one player that did you like that was Justin Herbert. I don't know what happened with the Chargers that game. The Jaguars, I think they were a little salty after being Leroy Jenkins last week. They did lose in a ugly fashion. And normally when teams have that sour taste in their mouth, they bounce back, and the Jaguars did in a major way.
In a big way.
Beat the brakes off the Chargers. And literally every offensive player on the Chargers did nothing for you. Lad McConkey, Gatson, the tight end. Quentin Johnston, I think, had 0 points.
2 gooses in the last 3 weeks. Two gooses in the last.
He definitely started off hot, and he's fallen off big time.
Mm-hmm.
But other than Justin Herbert, Caleb Williams didn't do much for you, and Sammy Darnold kind of laid an egg for you versus that Rams defense. 4 picks.
That's what's crazy. 4 bad picks,
and they still were in the game somehow. Seahawks are going to be a team to reckon with, but
so are the Rams. They will go as far as Matt Stafford can take them. I mean, he didn't have a great game. I think he only had 2 touchdowns, but
I think that game was definitely going to be a playoff preview. So
NFC is better than we thought. Honestly, the NFC teams it's very competitive over there. So
for real.
Any given Sunday, as you like to say.
For the running backs that did you like that, you got Josh Jacobs. I put an asterisk. He did get hurt, but I'm pretty sure everybody started him. He only gave you about 4 points.
Tough.
Saquon, not much from him, and that's kind of been his story all season. Hasn't brought back that fantasy value that you drafted him top 5. And a lot of people warned, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Is he too worn out from last year? That 2,000, all those carries?
It's hard to say. The whole Eagles offense has just been an issue. So, but somehow they keep winning games.
Still winning games.
So at the end of the day, you can't
how mad can you really
How
be?
mad can you really be? Genty, 6 carries for 7 yards.
That was a weird game plan.
Breece Hall. It was a weird game though.
I'll do you one better.
6-7.
Yes, 6 carries for 7 yards. Genty, oh my gosh, bro. And then Breece Hall and actually, it's Quinshon Judkins.
Quinshon Judkins, yeah.
Didn't get much from these guys, and I'm pretty sure you guys started them. So,
which was also weird because Cleveland, Cleveland led for most of that game, and the fact that Judkins never got going was very strange. So we'll see if that's a resurgence of this Baltimore Ravens defense, or if that's just more of the ineptitude of the Cleveland Browns offense.
Well, and then the Cleveland Browns defense was kind of lights out as well. They got a touchdown early, which put them ahead.
That's what they do.
But the crazy play from the tight end,
Mark Andrews, the QB sneak.
Shout out to the Ravens OC for that one. That's pretty
crafty play. And shout out Mark Andrews for housing that thing. Had a little bit of afterburners on too.
Lamar Jackson didn't give you much either, did he?
Nope. He had a down week too. Nope. He had a down week too. I think he was under 10 points. So yeah, he should definitely be in that conversation for why you gotta do me like that.
As far as your wide receivers go, we got a guy who I don't think I've seen on this list all season. Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase.
First 2 weeks. No, first 2 weeks.
First 2 weeks?
First 2
okay.
weeks. Yeah,
well, you haven't seen him on here in a while.
It's been a minute.
And he kind of laid an egg on this one. I think less than 5 points in half PPR at least, which is, you just don't expect that from Ja'Marr Chase at all.
His game.
And then we'll have a little more on him later. But we got Amon-Ra, the Sun guy.
Broke my heart.
Devontae Adams, I think he caught a touchdown.
1-1-1. 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown.
Yeah. So it's cool to get the touchdown, but it's not enough for a fantasy starter in my opinion.
I believe it was his 1,000th reception. So shout out Devontae, 1,000th career reception. He was 1 for 8 targets, I believe.
Wow.
But
I think that's the first applause we've gotten of why you do me like this.
Hey.
But I love it.
Milestone.
Let's go.
What I mean? Yeah, we still give our flowers here. Yeah, we still giving flowers, bro.
Another one, Egbuka.
A lot of big names and why you do me like that.
These guys, and then Jalen Waddle, Lad McConkey. Just did you like that? Hey, low-key, I put a question in here.
I see that. I'm looking at it now.
Is George Pickens the new number 1 in Dallas?
Let me take some time. No, it didn't even take me that much time.
You don't
not
think
at all. I got 100 million reasons why he's not the new number 1 in Dallas.
But
you remember this silly right here?
The last 3
they won't let my boy do it no more.
he has out targeted CD.
Yeah, but CD was also coming off a high ankle injury, and obviously, I think he is the focal point of the offense. So defenses hedge his way, which Pickens, big body receiver. So if you play him single coverage, he gonna kill you. And he can. What I like about Pickens is he catches the ball with his hands.
Do you know?
But he's not the new number one.
Pickens is the number 3 receiver in all of fantasy right now.
Yeah, and I think he's second in the league in yards right now too overall.
Yeah, Pickens is like that.
Definitely
1A, 1B.
Having a good. He's T. Higgins.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I mean, I feel like that's the best. That's a good comp. They are this year's. Yeah, they are this year's Jamar and T.
Okay. And then for tight ends, I got Goddard, Gadsden, and Theo Johnson. These are top 10 guys on the season that just gave you bottom 20 production. And for defenses, the LA Chargers. We're letting the Jaguars do them like that. I know a lot of y'all started the Chargers, and they sold you.
Yeah, because that game was in LA, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't know. I think it was in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. It was in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Right. But there's your Why You Do Me Like That, man, for this week.
Unfortunately, those players let us down. Did you have any of the players in the Why You Do Me Like That in your lineups this week?
Did I? Yeah. I had
because obviously Jamar Chase for me.
I didn't have any.
Nice.
I didn't. I didn't have. I have Gadsden on my squad, but he was on my bench for Trey McBride. You feel me?
Trey McBride.
Insane.
Excuse me.
Back-to-back tight end ones.
No, I saw a stat. I don't know if it was on Facebook or on TikTok that said he would be like top 10 as a running back, a quarterback, and a wide receiver currently right now in fantasy football. It was like a weird stat like that. Like if you extrapolated the data, he would be top 10 at running back, wide receiver, and quarterback. I was like,
yeah.
Trey McBride having that type of season. You called it. You called it earlier.
I did call it, but I mean, it did take him a little while to get going. The first few weeks was bad with Kyler Murray.
Get Kyler Murray out, basically.
Speaking of Brissett, 400-something passing yards?
Yeah. Was this the game also where he had 47 completions, new NFL record, in a loss? But hey, that's tough. Leroy Jenkins worthy?
Or like PJ says, Brisket.
My boy, Jacoby. Brisket. Obviously, Kyler's not going to be in Arizona next year, right?
I don't think so.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think so. I low-key think this injury, this IR thing is a fluke as well.
I think it's like bullshit. Like
it's just a way to
keep him off the field, keep him healthy so they can trade him.
From hating on the sideline.
Because he's still under contract. As we record this, November 9th. Speaking of, hey, shout out my boy E. Happy G-Day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Happy G-Day, my boy Eddie.
What he always say on our,
you know what I'm saying?
Steelers Nation?
Yeah, we'll see him in the comments, Steelers Nation. But happy G-Day, my boy.
Happy G-Day, my boy.
Let me get a prediction from you right now. Super early. Where's Kyler Murray play next year? Ooh, this is before the draft. Just call your shot.
The Raiders?
Damn, that's crazy.
That would be nice.
Good, my head. That's the exact team I was thinking of. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if it's fresh just because they just played Dallas and Geno looked terrible. But the Raiders was who I thought about.
The Raiders, I'm not sold on Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville.
The Dolphins
too, but I don't
trade one short quarterback.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Dolphins should do it. They should. It's not going to be fair.
They're going to have to get like a 6'5" quarterback just to get the Tua taste out there.
For real. They don't want no more short. Like, try something different in Miami, bro.
Nah, I can dig that.
But yeah, the Raiders might be a good spot for them.
The Raiders are a good fit. Well, they're going to be a complete rebuild. So you're going to have to see because they just traded Jacoby Myers. They was in a fire sale. But they got 2 great building blocks. 3. Max Crosby. And obviously Genty and Bowers on the other side.
Facts.
All right. Well, as we keep this show
Please
chugging.
Don't go to Cleveland, by the way, Kyler.
Well, speaking of Cleveland, that boy. Finally, that boy 12 gonna get on the field. I'm curious, man. You know, this is his first time practicing with the starters.
I seen that.
How cool is that? Weird. Look, you've been in the NFL. You know, you've been in the practice situations. I understand. Excuse me. That obviously the backup and the third string quarterback is never going to take practice reps with the ones. I get that. But when Dylan Gable becomes your starter, wouldn't you think you want to get Shador some reps with the ones?
Of course.
Does it make sense? Is it blackballing still? What do you think? Before we get into
I swear, I feel like there's some underlying stuff going on. It has to be some underlying stuff going on there because a lot of the media coming out of this, organization, it seems to be, Stefanski doesn't have a problem with Shedeur. I don't think he'll do that. I mean, Stefanski was a coach of the year at one point. He knows what he's doing.
Damn, you're right.
There's something with the owner. I'm just getting weird vibes. The owner, what he said early in the season about,
the comments are weird.
Shedeur won't play here and blah blah blah. It's like I don't think Stefanski has control over this situation.
Yeah, and then the crazier part was, ironically, then you tried to trade for like a second, trade him and try to get a second or a third when you took him in the fifth, like you were asking for third.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah,
boy,
why are you gonna do that?
I don't like it. And honestly, it just makes Stefanski look worse and worse. And maybe he signed something that he can't say anything.
I think it's going to be a lot of coaches getting the axe. I hope one in particular, Mr. Brown.
Oh, yeah. I seen your little post on Facebook.
Oh, my God, bro. He killing me, bro. Like, they don't want to play for him no more. I can tell.
Yeah, it's rough.
All right. Well, you ready to get into the number one segment, slowly climbing the charts in the podcast world? It is time for
Leroy Jenkins.
Now, first time appearance, in a singular form. His team has been on here a couple times, unfortunately.
A couple times, yeah.
But this week's Leroy Jenkins. Damn, that's a long drum roll. None other did the Cincinnati Bengals' Ja'Marr Chase.
Oh.
Now, why is Ja'Marr Chase getting the Leroy Jenkins of the week, you say?
I can think of one reason why.
Me too, you know?
Dude, spit on that thing again.
My boy hawked a loogie at my boy Jalen Ramsey, because I fuck with Jalen Ramsey too. But he hawked a loogie over there. And then the funniest part of this whole story is the way he lied about it in the post-game interview. Yeah. I ain't spit.
Yeah.
I was talking about nothing came out my mouth. Nothing came out my mouth.
Yeah.
Appealed this has already been suspended for the next game. Huh?
He appealed it?
Yeah, he did appeal it. Mm-hmm. Appeal has already been denied. I mean, they probably emailed him a picture of his loogie in slow-mo, hitting Jalen like, this is why your appeal was denied.
Yeah, it was probably just jargon, the appeal. They knew they wasn't going to win it. Just
Got to, though. Got to appeal.
I mean, $500,000 on the line, I would do it, too.
Crazy game check. I saw that. I was like, $500,000 for one game?
Yeah. I'd be mad about losing that, too, low-key.
Yeah, but you spit on somebody. I mean, look, I understand beef. I understand smoke. There's a way to talk shit. There's a way to go about it. To me, spitting is crossing the line. You know what I'm saying? If you spit on a man, he got every right to put his paws on you and protect himself. I think it's just super disrespectful.
It is. I mean, you could possibly get that man mono or something. Who knows? Who knows what's in that spit, bro? You don't spit on nobody, bro.
Yeah.
So,
there's a line.
Leroy Jenkins.
And he crossed it. So, the Cincinnati Bengals, number one, Uno, week 11, My Guys Podcast.
The Bengals now have 3
I was about to say this. I was like, God damn, guys. Come on, man. Look, I know y'all fans of the show, and I appreciate the love. Shit.
I know y'all.
Quit fucking being Leroy Jenkins. I need y'all to be in a different category. Like, we got this other category.
Winners,
we got winners. You know what I'm saying? We got other positive things happening.
We got Himothy's,
Make it to one of them, bro. Break them off real bad. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That is week 11, my guy.
Yep.
You ready to transition into this? Well, we got this rapid recap getting ready to pop off. Let me get loaded up here while we get ready for Thursday night.
Recap, man. So many good games.
It was actually.
At the end of the day, the day's gonna end, and as far as I actually got PJ this week.
Yeah.
In our season, we'll get into that here in a second. But
got me by 3 this week. You want to get it popping? You want to get started, or you want me to start it off?
You can start it off.
All right. Starting off Thursday Night Football, we had an AFC East matchup where the Jets went into New England and lost. The Patriots were the first team to reach 9 wins on the season. dominated. Drake May continues to look like an MVP candidate. He's got these receivers running. Travion Henderson, though, that is the big story from this game. 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 of them touchdowns.
Patrick.
Dominated. Justin Fields still managed to have a good day, but the pass catchers and Breece Hall, not so much. On to the next.
We got the Commanders and Dolphins headed to Spain. Early morning game. I didn't even get up to watch this one, did you?
No. Well, I did get up. I caught second half. I wasn't excited.
Well, yeah, when I watched it, the Commanders had the lead, but the Dolphins scratched back into it and got the dub. I know A-Chain had a good day.
It went nuts.
Not a lot on the line in this game. I don't think either one of these teams will make the playoffs, but the Dolphins win 2 in a row.
Indeed.
After beating the Bills. On to the next.
Another interdivisional matchup where we had the Carolina Panthers, led by Bryce Young, who had another good game, solid game. They take down the Falcons 30-27. Michael Penix goes down in this game, most likely out for the season. Unfortunate. So it's going to be the Kirk Cousins show moving forward. I believe Drake London, unfortunately, a little bit banged up in this game. So
he's out for this week.
Look for Daryl Mooney, Kyle Pitts to have bigger games next week. But more on that Sunday, too.
Falcons, I don't know.
And I can't say big game for Ted, but y'all hear more about that a little bit later.
Ted went in.
On to the next.
Buccaneers at Bills. What a game this was.
Game of the day.
Very offensive. Josh Allen, 6 touchdowns. Put the team on his back.
9 lead changes. 9 lead changes in that game.
Yes.
I watched that game because it was going crazy.
It was a good game. But like I said, Josh Allen just took over and did MVP things. It's good to see that because the Bills, if they had lost this game, they could kiss the division goodbye.
It'd be hard to catch New England.
Yes, it would be hard to catch it. But they found a way to win. Buccaneers,
Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker went insane, but Buccaneers got some work to do to get back in contention, in my opinion.
Baker has cooled off.
Yes.
The oven is not as warm as it was at the beginning of the season.
Not, but like I said, Sean Tucker, 3 touchdowns, went crazy.
That helps. And you never know. If they get Bucky Irving back, things could change. Who should maybe be coming back next week?
Sooner or later. On to the next.
My co-host talked about this game a little while ago. The Jaguars dominated the Chargers, 35-6. The running backs were really big here. Etienne had a good game. Tutton was good here. Trevor Lawrence, even though they dominated this game, to me, just like you said, he still looks unsure as an NFL quarterback. So it's somebody you can't really trust. But we'll see what he does if the big moment comes. The Chargers got to figure out something with their offensive line. I don't know if you end up seeing the Pat McAfee stat about their offensive line. Did you see that video where everybody was either the worst at the position or second to worst?
The crazy part about that is the week before when they played the Steelers, they actually played good, the O-line.
Crazy.
But this week, the Jaguars
had
not having it.
Game plan was locked in and loaded. But that's it for that game. Just like my dog said at the beginning, nothing offensively from the Chargers at all. On to the next.
Next game, we got the Bears at Vikings.
Comeback kids.
I don't know what it is about this Bears team. They kind of reminded me of the Chiefs last season. Just finding a way to win at the end of the games. Maybe they're battle tested. They're winning a lot of games that they, in a sense, don't seem like they're going to win. And this was another one. Came down late at the end, made a big kick return, and got him in field goal position to win the game at the end. Caleb Williams, again, not playing well as far as fantasy-wise goes.
But winning games.
But finding ways to win games. Bears are 7-3, guys.
Crazy.
Vikings 4-6. On to the next.
They're going to have to figure something out if they want to make it into the playoffs because that division is tough. We talked about it at the beginning of the season. Speaking of that division, the Green Bay Packers beat the New York Jameis Winston-led Giants 27-20. Did you see my dog's Harlem Shake?
Yes.
Oh my God, Jameis Winston, I love you. Never change, bro.
Never
you are my goat. You are my spirit animal. I swear. But it was such a dad Harlem Shake. Nice. Josh Jacobs went down in this game, unfortunately. The Giants, you really don't know. Dart throws at the wide receivers. You're hoping, honestly, for the best. Same thing with the running backs. But Green Bay, maybe Christian Watson might have solidified himself as the wide receiver 1 in this offense.
I think so.
Something to look out for. Jordan Love. Yeah, and Jordan Love looked good in this game. So just something to keep your eyes on moving forward.
Yeah, I would definitely pick up Emmanuel Wilson if Jacobs is out.
Facts. Good call out. Good call out.
But other than that, big games from Tracy and Singletary too. They both had over 15 fantasy points. But we on to the next.
On to the next.
Bullshit. I got that Bengals at Steelers. We talked about it a little bit. This Hawk Tua. Steelers defense really won this game, low key. For Bengals really couldn't get nothing going. Doesn't seem like
the offense couldn't get going. That's what pisses me off, because not hijacking your game, but our defense looked good in the first 2 quarters, and the offense just couldn't do shit. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! The one fucking game where the defense is actually getting stops. We can't get a first down. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell had a day. Steelers get it. 34-12. Steelers stay alive in playoff contention for sure.
Leading in division.
The Bengals are kind of falling off at this point. But good news is Burrow is working out.
Yep, full participant in practice.
Forget about that. On to the next.
Before we completely leave, I will say for you people, just something to keep a monitor on. Warren did get hurt in the game. He could have returned, but they had the game in hand. Gainwell was going crazy, just like you said. But T. Higgins did look good, but that's something too keeping an eye on for you Warren owners and the people that might want to start Gainwell. Game time decision on that.
Facts.
On to the next. Well, you did my team. I'll take your team. I got another interdivisional rivalry. The Texans, 16-13 for some reason. They struggled against the Titans, one of the worst teams in football, but nevertheless found a way to finish it. Nico went crazy in this game. Texans defense, boy, I tell you what, number 1 defense in the league for a reason. I feel like they just underestimated the Titans. That's how I kept it close, divisional rivalry. But good teams find a way to win, and the Texans need to win because the AFC is stacked, and they are in 3rd place in the division right now. So they got to figure some shit out.
Yep. Find a way to win this one. Field goal at the end of the game, but
a lot of game-winning field goals this week.
Yeah, for real.
On to the next. No game-winning field goal here.
49ers at Cardinals. This game was actually pretty interesting. Christian McCaffrey had a day, of course. Brock Purdy looked good coming back.
Yeah, first game.
Found George Kittle. A lot. Purdy had a good fantasy day as well. Jacoby Brissett on the other side, trying to keep up, threw for a lot of yards. Michael Wilson, did you see that? 15 catches.
185 yards, most receiving yards on the season by a receiver.
I don't know if anybody started him, but if you did, you are goated because that was a pretty nice pull. Trey McBride went crazy again. I think Kyler Murray's time in Arizona is
done,
dwindling away.
We just talked about it. Maybe he'll be ran black and gray or black and silver next season. We shall see.
49ers get the dub, 7-4. Cardinals falling off, just like the Bengals, 3-7. On to the next.
It's tough, bro. It's hard being over here. Let's keep it in division. Where on the other side of the division, we had the Seahawks go to LA to take on the Rams. The Rams were victorious, 21-19. Seattle misses a 58-yarder, I believe, to win the game late in some windy conditions, so they couldn't get it. Or I don't know the windy condition, but they couldn't get it done nevertheless. Yeah. You alluded to it earlier. Sam Darnold, 4 picks, and still found a way to keep this game close. That's what I want y'all to take into consideration. Sam Darnold threw 4 picks. JSN was great. Even Ken Walker was great.
Ken Walker did have a day.
And they only lost by 2. So I think this team is for real. This division is very tough. You got
two really good defenses.
Indeed. And San Francisco might start to come around with the defense. They just got a lot of injuries, but if they figure it out.
They're right there. I think what's San Francisco?
7-4. Seattle 7-3. The Rams 8-2. So big win for the Rams. Matt Stafford cooled down a little bit. Only 2 touchdowns. Listen to what I'm saying. Only 2 touchdowns in a lower scoring game, but Rams find a way to get it done. On to the next.
Ravens at Browns. What a game this ended up being.
Right.
Browns seemed to be whooping on that, early on in the game. Lamar Jackson can do anything. Myles Garrett all over him. Browns defense is for real.
3 sacks again for Myles, or was it 4?
I don't know exactly.
At least 3.
I know he has 15 on the season right now. Already.
Yeah, he has more than the entire Bengals team.
Already.
And I think actually more than 4 NFL teams. The Ravens being one of them. Crazy work.
Myles Garrett, bro, go to a contender, bro. You need to get you a ring, bro, just to solidify your career.
MVP.
Everything else is just gold. But other than that, Ravens found a way to come back and win. I had them -6.5 on Sunday, and it was cool that they ended up winning by 7. But Ravens are on the playoff chase. They are now, 3 games, 3-0 since Lamar came back?
Mm-hmm.
Defense is playing better. Watch out for the Ravens, man.
You said it a couple weeks ago. I mean, we both said it. They got that light schedule to end out the season, so it's very favorable for them. It's going to be a close battle. I don't know if the Bengals have a chance anymore just with the defense, but Burrow practicing, so we'll see.
See, man. On to the next, my boy.
On to the next, and to another really good game, man. You had a lot of good interdivisional rivalry games this week, but the Chiefs fall 22-19 to the Broncos. Bo Nix, Sean Payton getting it done, or rather, the defense is getting it done.
The defense.
The offense really didn't get a lot going. Bo Nix doing what he needs to do at the right time. You didn't get a lot of production from the run game. Even Patrick Mahomes was tamed back this game. Rashee Rice had his worst game of the season. Yeah. But that happens when you place the Denver Broncos defense.
Yes, sir.
Even though they're not number 1 overall, top 3 defense, and they are leading the league in sacks. They just get so much pressure to your quarterback. You just got to make quick decisions. So that's a team that's playing December and January football right now, I think, in October. So Denver is going to be strong. I'm curious to see. I did pick the Broncos to win the division. Just throwing that out there. So we'll see.
You actually almost picked them on Sunday. And then
I know.
You jumped back to the Chiefs. So you almost had them.
I did. Backed out of it last minute. But hey, that's what happens. On to the next.
On to the next one. Are you worried about the Chiefs? You think they're on a downward spiral?
Downward spiral, no. I think they're the same team they were last year. They were who we thought they were. But last year, I think it was they won 12 of those one-score games, whereas this year they're 0-5. So
crazy.
The defense maybe, it's hard to put it all on the defense because the defense is playing good. I'm still going to go back to what I said, I want to say a couple weeks ago. They have no running game. So you're just putting so much pressure on Mahomes, who is great, of course. He's one of the GOATs, one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. But it's just a lot for him to handle. Then they didn't have Rashee Rice early, so the offense wasn't humming like it should have been. And I mean, now that they are, Xavier Worthy's not involved at all. They're not using him in the run game, which I thought they would do. Since they can't get it, I thought we'd get a lot more of those short yardage passes to him. But I wouldn't say I'm worried because the AFC, they're still in the hunt. But I will say this is, you want to hear something crazy that you say that? So there's going to be obviously 4 teams in the AFC that get a home game, right?
Right.
There's a good chance they might have Buffalo coming to town, Baltimore, or the Chiefs. That could be your That could be your 3 teams because it was 7 teams in the playoffs now, right?
Yeah.
So those could be the teams that are traveling into your city.
That's not fun.
Like you feeling good about your home field advantage, and then you're like, who we got? Mahomes.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
What the fuck? Like, wait, what?
For real.
Crazy concept. But anyway,
real spill.
Where were you on? Lions, Eagles? Lions, Eagles?
Lions and Eagles on me.
Lions, Eagles on you.
So Lions head down to Philly. And I know you were on the Lions in this one. I was on the Eagles.
Lions offense was terrible.
This is just one of those games, and I kind of figured the Lions need to get past the Eagles. In the NFC, the Eagles are the big brother.
Did you say? I was about to say you said big brother. Was that Sunday on the TikTok? I remember
and
you said
almost
that.
like a mental edge they have over these guys. Lions they kind of need to beat them. I mean, Rams too. Rams can't beat the Eagles either.
Same.
I think Rams are 0-5 the last 5 times they met.
Defense, man.
Yeah, so Eagles just have like I said, the Eagles' offense isn't that great right now, but they're finding ways to win games, and they're beating good teams. Lions are a good team, but
I mean, unlike the Chiefs, they're winning those close games, like those games that are coming down to the wire. And I also found it funny that AJ Brown had like 11 targets in this game. He only caught like 3. Like, guys, don't force it.
They try
don't be extra. Don't be lame, bro.
They forced it and still won somehow.
Yeah, it worked out.
Anyways, Eagles get the dub. Eagles are 8-2 right now.
Yeah, the Lions I think went for it like 4 or 5 times on 3rd and 4th down, and were 0 for 8. Maybe only converted 1 or 2 of those.
Lions took a lot of risks. I think they went for a punt fake too.
Fake punt.
Didn't work.
Dan Campbell's kneecap biting ways did not work out.
Not today.
Indeed.
On to the next.
Well, bringing the week to a close, Monday night we had America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, go to Vegas to play the Raiders. And Dallas dominated 33-16. I mean, Geno couldn't get anything going. Maybe this is the game that jumpstarts the Cowboys defense. They had a lot of players return. Overshown, the corner, I can't think of his name, had all the picks a couple years ago.
DaRon Bland.
Yeah, it might be DaRon Bland coming back healthy, starting to get a little bit healthier. Their rookie, who they had a high draft pick, came back in this game. Granted, it's the Raiders, so I don't know how much I can take into it. It's like when a running back has a good game against the Bengals. Yeah. How much stock can you really buy into it?
Yeah.
But we'll see. Nevertheless, it was an entertaining game. You know, George Pickens, really, that's more than anything. George Pickens went absolutely bonkers. Even with CeeDee Lamb, Javonte had a good game. The Cowboys find a way to sneak in. Granted, that defense is so bad.
They're looking a little better with Quinnen.
Could be very good. Very good. So, that's a fact. Maybe Jerry was right.
I mean, the other guy was looking good too. Was Kenny Clark?
Kenny Clark. Yeah, Kenny Clark was looking good indeed. I think Quinnen had 2 sacks in this game too.
Cowboys trending up.
Jerry Jones was right. We shall see.
Oh no!
But that wraps up the rapid recap for Week 11 in the National Football League. I like it. I love it. All right. Next on the show, Doc. I guess it's time to get into those. Hold on. You gonna know. Hold on. Nah, you gonna know. You know what that sound is?
Yo.
I'ma break them off. These are the players that got you the dub, or at least almost got you the dub. They did what they were supposed to do. They came in, did their job, broke you off real bad. At least for the other team anyway. So, players that I got for breaking them off real bad. Josh Allen had a good game. Foreshadowing. Dak, we just talked about his performance Monday night, and you talked about it earlier. Brock Purdy, first game back, came in and was slinging that pill around the CMC as well as George Kittle. Fell right back into place, so that was good to see.
Mac Jones, who?
Mac Jones, oh, that's fucked up. Who?
Sorry. Mac Jones.
Who? Mac Jones. You know what I mean? Running back, CMC, big day, Travion Henderson, Thursday night. Now this one, we just talked about it a couple games ago in the rapid recap. Sean Tucker, 3 touchdowns. The thing is, did you play him? That's the caveat. Did you play him? Now, some people might have, because Rachaad White has been having some bad weeks. So for you guys who had the brain to play him, kudos to you.
Facts.
King Henry had a good day. Achane and Cooks, both in the 18 and 19 point range. Another one of those, did you have to play him? Kenny Gainwell, 2 touchdowns, or did he end up with 3?
Trey Day.
I think another one. 27 points on the day. The return of Bijan Robinson to the winners category.
By time.
You know what I mean? Wide receivers, Jeremy, you just asked me the question, do I think he's the new number 1? George Pickens was dominant. Nico Collins. Jameson Williams down in Detroit, continuing his heater. He's been on fire.
For sure.
Been the number 1 receiver over there in Detroit over the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Debo had a great game. Mike Wilson, you just talked about him, highest receiving yards on the season. This is another player. Did you start him? I mean, we knew Harrison was out, but with so many options at wide receiver, he was, I want to say 17% started in sleeper. So fairly low. And finishing off that list, your boy Tedero McMillan went off. Now, this is one that I low-key love. Shout out to the old guys. Let me go ahead and hit you with a little. The tight ends, George Kittle. Trey McBride's not old, but he went off. Yeah. Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce leading the way for the tight ends this week. Shout out to the OGs.
Facts.
I love it. Pittsburgh defense went crazy against the Bengals. A couple turnover, pick 6 in that game. Jacksonville Jaguars, you talked about the way they dominated the Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Big games for those defenses helped leading you guys to victory. So they broke them off real bad, at least your opponent. And hopefully you got that dub out of it.
Well, you took an L playing against these guys. I had to play against Josh Allen, so I wasn't too happy about that.
Josh Allen, huh?
Yeah.
That's some pretty good timing. Because Josh Allen is my guy. Week 11, Himothy recipient.
Yes, I am him.
Oh my God.
Yes, I am him.
6. 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. I mean, it was literally, it's everything you wanted from your quarterback. I mean,
he beat me in a couple leagues.
There's only, let's say 2 quarterbacks that are actively playing that's capable of doing that right now. Would you?
6 studies?
Yeah. Who would you say? I think Lamar can. I think Lamar.
Mahomes. Nah, maybe not. Herbert?
I don't know, bro. 6? Hurts?
I mean, yeah, Hurts.
Jaden Daniels hurt, so he's on. Because I'm thinking, and I'm not saying you got to do 3 rushing, 3, but 6 tutties.
6 tutties, yeah.
6 tutties. I would have said Burrow, but he hurt because he got 5, I think, once or twice. But
who else? Drake May can't do it? No.
Ooh. No, not yet. Too soon.
Maybe this year.
Yeah. But week 11, my guys.
Yeah, you're right.
Timothy
Josh
Award
Allen different with that.
goes to Josh Allen. He is different because he's had 5 touchdowns like a couple times.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's a fantasy demon.
MVP.
Whether on your team or off, I mean, you got to deal with him regardless, sooner or later. Josh Allen is a problem.
Indeed. Speaking
of good shit by him.
Josh Allen, Thursday night preview before we obviously get up out of here for the day.
Let's get it, man. Thursday night preview, the
Houston
Bills and Texans. Yeah,
indeed.
What you got? I know CJ Stroud will not be in.
They just announced that earlier, right? Yeah. Officially out.
Jalen
right?
P. Drake. I think he's practicing this week, but it's a little too early. So
are they still saying concussion protocol? Or is it like a chest injury?
Let me see.
Do you know? Off the top?
I just know I know he'll be back for next game.
I think they listed it still as concussion like he hasn't cleared concussion protocol.
I mean, Davis Mills obviously is 2-0 since he's been out, which is
hasn't looked terrible.
Good. Hasn't looked terrible. He's actually been a decent fantasy option for people if they would have played him. I know Eddie didn't play him.
He did not.
But yeah, I don't know. What you think?
I mean, it's a good game. To me, you got a movable force versus what is the unstoppable object kind of narrative going. Josh Allen versus the Texans defense. I'm not even.
That's really what it is.
Let me rephrase that. Josh Allen and James Cook versus the Houston Texans defense. Yeah. I did also just see today Keon Coleman benched again, already announced. So another game where he can't even get on the field. So this game's going to be tough to pick. I mean, I think I'm still going to.
New kid, what's the name? The one that caught the touchdown?
Shaver?
Something like that.
I think it was Shaver. Scavers, number 14.
Dang, bro. First round pick.
Fake Sammy Watkins.
Wow, that's what you're calling that, man?
Hey, that's what I'm rocking with.
Dang.
I'm going to pick the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to ride with the MVP in this game from a quarterback perspective. The Bills' defense is tolerable. I mean, it's not a bad defense. Let me look at their defense overall.
It's not the best, but it's serviceable.
26th in sacks. Not getting a lot of sacks. Decent turnaround. Look, this is what I'm putting my eggs in the Josh Allen basket for this particular one. Yeah, I think Josh Allen will have enough to beat Davis Mills. I think Nico Collins is still playable, obviously, in this game. I'm trying to figure out because you don't have the tight ends playing again for Buffalo.
I do remember last year, the Bills. I feel like the Bills came to Houston last year too, and we beat them in Houston.
So he needed to get back.
So this is definitely a get back game.
He needs to get back.
So I don't know what it is about something with Houston and Buffalo that it's like a weird rivalry there.
Goes back to that 90s. Right?
Yeah, but I'm going to take the Bills in this one too. Texans I don't know what it is about the Texans. They find out some way to keep games close.
It's true.
I don't think this game will be
no blowout is what you're saying.
I don't think it'll be a blowout,
But I also don't think you're going to have 9 possession changes like you did last week versus Tampa. Yeah. I don't think the Texans have the offensive firepower to do that. Now, I do think Woody Marks could have a decent game here, though. I think he got 15 touches last week. So I think the more involvement he gets, I think I like Woody Marks.
Buffalo is minus 6-point favorites.
Road favorites? Minus 6?
6-point favorites.
The wise guys think they agree with me. And you. I'll say you too.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I think Nico Collins has a good day for sure.
I hope so.
Maybe even Higgins.
I fucking need him.
I like
all my goddamn receivers hurt. Jamar Chase suspended because he got to fucking spit on people.
Oh my God.
Garrett Wilson broke. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
You need a moment, my boy.
It's okay. Hey, look. This is what happens. You got to stay vigilant in fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I made some good pickups this week. I like it.
You got Christian Watson.
I picked up Christian Watson,
and I picked up.
They maxed it out. I needed it. I was like, I swear, I just hope nobody put 9, and I'm out of there.
Well, I seen Watson. I was like, man, I need to get Watson.
And I picked Booty too.
You picked up Booty. I did see you pick up Booty.
Just because I don't know the status of fucking Garrett Wilson. He might be done for the year.
It's gonna be rough.
It's a good thing I made some
Danielle
good
Hunter
trades.
and Will Anderson will be on Josh Allen, but I think he finds a way.
I agree.
Give me the. I'm not taking them at the spread. I'm just taking that money line, Bills money line, and but give me Nico Collins to have a day.
I do too.
For sure.
I mean, my lineup looks so crazy next week. Like
it is. It is Thursday night preview, man.
I can dig it, and no overseas games this week, I believe. Correct? Let me confirm before we get out of here.
The next game after Thursday is Sunday at 12.
Sunday at 12.
Jets and Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, that's it, man. Week 11. Obviously, recap. Tune in live this Sunday at what time? Maybe
11:30.
Yep, 11:30. Where
we got kids making breakfast.
You got to cook that breakfast, and you're gonna see them because I guarantee you're gonna see my son just.
But we will be there, man.
Leaning in.
It was fun last Sunday. Let's keep it rolling.
I can dig it.
Keep it rolling.
We're gonna have check them out players. We're gonna do our game picks because we still got the lemonade stand popping.
Also shout out the new artwork over there.
Indeed, man. My wonderful wife made me a little custom piece back there with the P-Wave. Shout out to Tulane, you know what I'm saying? Hell clean. I love it.
Yes, sir.
Quick update. You said from the check them out. The Wave Ride versus Caddy's crew. 41 for me, basically 42, 36 for you last week. So that math, I can do a quick little update while we fade this out here real quick.
Josh Jacobs got hurt. Speaking of Josh Jacobs hurt, I need to pick up somebody.
Miles. What's the backup? You just said
Lane Wilson?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. I'll take him.
430. I got you right now. Oh no, you got me by 12 in the caddy group.
Oh, all together? Mm-hmm. Oh, you been keeping track of the points also?
Everything, baby.
Dang. I'm looking on the picks.
We were tied going into last week, so now you're up there. Ooh. Literally, we're tied.
That's a big jump. Yeah. So you got Bills and I got Bills Thursday, right? Okay.
I'm gonna have to find
Yeah. We gotta find some differences. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
We see y'all. Tune in to TikTok this Sunday. My Guys Pod.